Grand Rising. You are seeing our prayers at work. So I hear that Trump has activated the California National Guard, and as well as the Trump invokes the Insurrection Act. Now, again, we're getting closer and closer to June 10th, which marks the 6-month anniversary of this really small group of people, using the power of Pluto to to pretty much fulfill our wishes, to answer our prayers. And I know that, like myself, and I'm sure that many of us prayed to be the head again, which, if we are the head and it's just really small group of chosen people from the Most High's lineage, then that would imply that 99% of the people that were part of the top of being blessed, being the head, were going to be switching to the tail. Now, if you've been paying any attention whatsoever to the news, you can see that 99% of the people are moving to the tail. Now, you can just look and people are now wondering, why are these things happening to me? What did we do? Why has the government turned on us? Because, see, this is what happens when the correct people are awakened by the Most High and called back home. In Revelation 11, when the two witnesses were dead in the streets, the world was merry and sending gifts back and forth to one another. That was when Psalms 83 was at the top. But as you can see now, those days are gone. We've been telling you those days are gone since 2020. But you got about 5 years to try to prepare yourselves for this change. And the change is here, and it is not going back, ever. Psalms 83 will never have an opportunity to rule and reign again. When you understand, the book of Daniel, and you see how the Most High showed the people were going in and out of captivity over and over again. They went into captivity with the Babylonians, then the Persians and Medes, then the Greeks, then the Romans, and then finally the revived Roman Empire. You are now witnessing the fall of the revived Roman Empire. Your churches and all your religious institutions try to make you feel that you had nothing to do with prophecy and that you were going to get raptured out of here, and then all the bad things on the earth were going to happen. Your priests have lied to you, and now where are they? Are they anywhere at all trying to explain their stance, trying to, make you feel or understand, pretty much giving you validity to their stances? They're not telling you about a rapture. They're not telling you about Revelation 6 and 8 and how that was fulfilled in 1492. They're not telling you that them coming here, raping, robbing, murdering, and stealing everything from our people who were already here, how that was somehow a fulfillment of prophecy. They're mum on anything that has to do with the church or anything that they have taught. That should terrify you. It really should, because these are the people that you have held in high regard. These are the people that you've given money to. These are the people that you have turned a blind eye when they were, raping little boys, raping little girls, raping nuns, breaking every commandment in the Bible. And you thought that you would make it to heaven if you just stood idly by and didn't say a word or hold these people accountable or try to even bring them to an account. You thought that, they were your doorway to heaven, and that if you didn't say anything and just let everything just roll, you'd be okay. That is the opposite of what you should have been doing. You should have been calling out these people. But see, when you make that covenant, it's impossible to do so. Even though you said, well, I didn't do it, my forefathers did it. They're not here anymore. Well, those forefathers that you keep on saying, they were the ones that did it. Yes, they were the ones that were doing these things. They were doing all these horrible things. And you had an opportunity to stand up and say, this is wrong. And you didn't. But what you did do was accept the blood money that they got. You accepted a society that was built on the horrible decisions that they made. You decided to accept anything that you possibly could that they did on our backs. And you decided to stand idly by while your forefathers raped, robbed, and murdered and stole everything from my people, and you said nothing. Just like I've given you an opportunity to talk about this silver tsunami. All of these, 80 some odd to over $100 trillion that was supposed to have been, making its way to being passed down to you. And you had no problem getting ready to accept all of that money. You never said, you know what, that's wrong. How they got that money is wrong. And I haven't done anything to, earn this. They didn't do anything to earn it. They set up laws against the Most High's chosen people. You still calling us African. When you can easily see, look, Africans are getting deported. Africans are getting sent back to Africa, back to their countries. African Americans are going nowhere. Shouldn't that make you kind of think that there's some kind of, that there alone tells you, or shows you that there is a difference between Africans and so-called African Americans? If you haven't seen it yet, you can easily see it in us. But you also understand, Africans came over here and got given opportunities that we fought for. They got opportunity to go to school, they got loans, they got businesses, they got the blessings that all of Psalms 83. See, that's how you know who's who, is by who came over here and got the benefits that we fought for. Who got the benefits that we deserve. Those are the benefits that we deserve because our forefathers got screwed over by the colonizers. But they just did a colonizer 2.0 and allowed all of the immigrants to come over here and get all of our benefits. But see, now that bill is due. So just because y'all keep saying, oh, well, that was my forefathers that did it, you're right. That was your forefathers that did it, but now you have to pay the bill. That's why all these horrible things are happening today. And that's just the beginning. 100 days into Trump's presidency, and he's already calling in the National Guard in California. Kind of seems like he was really already waiting for anything to happen so he could do it. He quickly, executed this Insurrection Act. Kind of seems like he already was waiting to do it. Yes, he's doing everything the Most High wants him to do. People try to say this is Black Lives Matter 2.0. Nope. This is Psalms 83 Matters 2.0. It has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. It has nothing to do with us because we're not fighting for rights in your system anymore. We already did that and we won, but you gave all of the dainties to the other nations. Now, just because you guys keep saying, hey, I didn't do it, I don't have to pay for it. Look at it now. Looks like you're about to have to pay for something because it looks like your whole society is turned upside down. And it's funny how everyone keeps talking about this is wrong, I can't believe they're doing this, but you never think about why the Most High is doing these things to you. And it's very logical. He's making you pay for the things you receive that you never should have. He's making you pay for the benefits that you received that were never yours in the first place. You stole, you coveted a great life here. You coveted the benefits that we were supposed to have had, and you took them for yourselves, and then you're a racist towards the Most High's chosen people. You cursed the Most High's chosen seed. And now we're here standing up and letting you know exactly what is going on. And this is just the beginning. Much love, family. Shalom.